So for this video, I wanted to make a video about this Star Ace King Kong, the model kit that you build yourself, because I realized there's no hardly any videos talking about him. So here, let's take a look at him. Yeah. So this is what I painted and glued together and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll go through what I used. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of light and dark. It's some unfinished paint right here. So I gotta go through all that again, but here's how it looks so far. Here we go. Alright, let me get the stuff of what I used. Alright, we're back. So I guess the first thing I should talk about is the paint. So here's the paint I used. It's a model color set. Oh, it's backwards. Hold on. I got it from Amazon. So here's the back of it. I'm gonna put a link for all this stuff, just so you know. So I used this brown, this gray, and this black. These are what I used. So yeah, and I just painted him. I went through a lot of this, a lot, but I got it. So yeah, that is pretty much how I got my dark colors, because this does come from light. Like if you can see right here, I think that's how it looks normally, just a light brown. So I just mixed it with the black, and then like just went back and forth on both of them just to see until I liked it enough. So if you see a lot of the layers of paint, that's how you see right there. That's how it comes. That's how it comes out of the box. That it's hard for me to paint inside, so I'll fix that later. But I just wanted to show this off already, because I'm impatient. But yeah, so I see there's a lot of black too, because I always thought he was light in the Kong Skull Island movie, but I was wrong. He was actually pretty dark. So I decided to just paint him light, and I was like, oh, he was too light, so that I painted him dark. But I was like, he was too dark, so I painted him light again, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. So now that's when I looked at it again, because like the movie clips don't really give a good lighting, because I guess he's under the sun all the time. Because sometimes he looks light and then sometimes he looks dark. So I just went to like another review spot. I went to his video with the one that's already built, and it was dark already. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go dark and call it a day. So if you see right here, a little bit too dark on this end. But honestly, overall, I'm satisfied with the paint and with the gray. That's when I used this one, and I added some black to it to add this. So what I did was I just painted everything brown except for the skin parts. I tried to stay away from the skin parts. Even here. Don't forget the ears too. I forgot about the ears like a lot of times, cause it's so tiny. But don't forget the ears. Make sure you paint those too. So yeah. So then the scars though, I they were hard to do. I'll be honest with you, especially for my first time. So I tried to use the flesh color with this one, but it came out too white, and I was like, oh my god, how do I like make it look good? Then I found a dark flesh color. Still didn't do dark enough. So I was like, damn it. So I tried to add black to it, brown, and a lot of other stuff, but I could not find it, a good color for it. So I decided to just stick with the right one and just paint it. I was like, F it, I'll figure something out later. So yeah, so here's how it looks. Let me show the back. As you can see, there's these slight chunks right here. That's where the seam is at, too, because it's just the body, what it comes out as. You see it too whenever you buy the figure. It's the body, the arms, see right here, that's the seam. The arms, the 2 feet, and right here it's just this whole thing. So that's what it comes out as. So I did attempt to cover it up, and I would show you what I used. Let me just put the paint up. Alright, so before I do actually tell you what I used, I'll tell you what I used to glue it first. So I used this Gorilla Glue epoxy. I also got from Amazon. I got everything here I got from Amazon. Except for him. I got it from Big Bad Toy Store. But I used this epoxy to glue his arms, the head, and the other arm. I didn't glue his feet. His feet I just popped in like a peg. So that was good right there. So I did cut it. So what I did before I glued it was I cut a piece of it because our arms are hollow. It's all hollow. So I cut a piece of it and I put it in there and I kept doing it until it fit somewhat flush. So right there, so like a little piece. I got a blow dryer, I heated it up, and I cut a little bit of it with like a razor blade. Oh, this paint. Same with this arm. I did a bit better with this one, as you can see. The head was the most hard, was the more difficult part because I think this one, it was a big gap. That's what I covered. So, because whenever I would put it down, it now fix it on this side. Right here would just pop out more. And when I would fix it this side, right here would pop out more. No matter what, so no matter what I did, like I heat up the body and I try to squeeze it, it just didn't stay, even with this. So what I would recommend is to actually, if you're gonna use this one, try to find a faster one that sets in, so that you could put it in and you won't have to wait 5 minutes to dry, because it took like 5 minutes to stick, and like a whole 24 hours for it to stick permanently. So yeah, but I would do recommend finding one that sets in quickly, and also invest in clamps, little clamps. You get some Home Depot, I think Home Depot, yeah, Home Depot, and so you can just clamp this down. I used rubber bands because that's all I had. I had like 15 rubber bands. I just put them in, make sure they're tight. Caught it today. Same with the arms. I used the rubber band with the arms too. Made like a makeshift sling to hold it. So had to wait for that. But so, and then the eyes. I forgot to tell you how I painted the eyes as well, because the eyes are actually separate. Right here, they're separate. It came in like a little tiny clear thing. So what I did was, with the paint, I went in. You can see, you can tell that I didn't paint that good of a job. I painted in black first. I waited for it to dry, and then I painted in the brown over the black, and I waited for that to dry, and I painted in the white. Just paint the whole thing, and waited for that to dry, and then I glued it in. So here's how it comes out. I think I should have made the white a bit darker, honestly, because it looks too weird to me from far away. It doesn't look like he's alive. So I think I should have maybe made the dark pupils. I think I should have made everything dark, a bit darker. That's my guess of why it looks weird. But yeah. Okay, now I'll go to what I use to cover the seams and also put inside this to make it more hefty. Because like I said, it was all hollow, so it's pretty heavy. So here's what I used. I used Durham's Rock Hard Water Putty. Water Putty. It comes in like a paint can. Let me see. Here, let me show you how it. You just pop it open like a pig, like this, on each side. Let me get this side too. Well, here, let me do it with both hands. Give me a second. So here's how it looks. It feels like it's like powder. It's warm putty powder. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna get all over myself. But yeah, so it actually doesn't come with instructions. The instructions are online. But pretty much what you do with the putty is you get a cup, you get a cup. Where's the cup? Like this. So here's how it looks. So you get a cup like this. You put like, if I remember right, 2 spoons, 2 spoonful, about this size of putty, and then after that, you go to the sink or something. You just put a little bit of water, just like this go. So you like turn it on, and it's like whoosh, you go like that to get some water in, and then you mix it a little bit, and then you keep repeating the water process just a little bit until it gets all slimy and like kind of watery, not too watery, it's kind of like slimy, runny, and then you quickly either use it to cover up these seams or put it inside Kong because it will dry up like that. It happened to me like 3 times. So I went through a lot of this because it dried up so fast. So make sure you have everything ready to do that. I'll put it right here. And for paintbrushes, I keep forgetting about the paintbrushes. For the paintbrushes for Kong, I just used these. Again, Amazon. I'll send a link too for the paintbrushes. But yeah, but with this, I think it would have been, you should find something that's actually meant to cover up like modeling stuff, like vinyls, because I used this, but it didn't do that good of a job. Yeah, especially with blending in with the fur. So what I tried to do was while it was drying, I tried to like indent to make it look like fur. You could see this, the camera could actually focus, but it didn't do that good of a job. Like right here, it did alright with the indent to make it look like fur. But like right here was all chunky, and like I had to go fast with putting it on this because it was drying so crazy. So yeah, but here's another look at the Kong. I believe that's all I did. Yeah, so I think I went over everything that I did. Hopefully, if you got any questions, just comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them as quickly as I can. So here's another look at him. Yeah, see, like I still missed some spots because like getting painting the fur is pretty complicated. But I think for my first time, ooh damn, I did not know I missed all this. Holy crap. Okay, make sure you do this under really good lighting because where I'm at is pretty dark. You can barely see anything. So even with light, but yeah. So I might go over this one more time. And also I haven't. What I want to do next is get some like paint sealant or something like that to just cover the whole fur and everything, so that way it won't like if say water gets on it, it won't like the paint won't run off or something. So there's still a few stuff I want to do, like touch ups, and then also I kind of want to maybe paint these black, this lines to make it more shadowy, I guess. But I think from my first time doing this, I did a pretty good job. Oh, also, one more thing about the paint. It's always the paint. Make sure you add a little more water to the paint. Like make it runny. Cause like whenever I paint it, let me see. The best is right. Like right here. This. Very good. Zoom in. Oh, right there. That's actually paint. Cause I didn't water it enough. So that's all. That's all paint. So just make sure you like how I do it with the paint is like I have a cup of water. I have like say this is a cup of water. I have a cup of water. I have paint. I put like 2 drops. Boop boop. And I get my finger with water. Boop. Put on the paint like that. I do that like 2 3 times until it's ready. It's like I've painted before. Here, let me show you who I painted a while back. Give me a minute. So here's like the first custom I did. It was a Sub-Zero. And see how smooth the paint is. The light's too harsh, so it can't capture it. Let me just do this. You can see how smooth the paint is. It's because I actually watered it down perfectly. Yeah, so it's a McFarlane one. It's the purple one. I didn't want the purple. I painted it blue. And these arms are from Storm Collectibles. See, I drilled a hole in it, and they do fall off, but they sit perfectly whenever they're good. Anyways, back to that's it for the video of me explaining what I did with him. I want to be sure I covered everything, but I think I covered everything. And like I said, I'll leave links to all this, even him, if you want to try it, because I actually had fun doing this. So, anyways, remember, okay, anyways, have a good one. Peace.